What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back at it again with another film study session looking at some KPA film. And without further ado, let me just get into it. So, you can see KPA. We're headed into the third quarter. Right now, Interclub were up huge. They're up double digits, and KPA had the task of cutting the deficit. So, how they went about it was actually pretty interesting. You can see Okoro's, she's handling the ball up. The screen is set by Belinda. Belinda rolls hard in there. She couldn't get some space because you could see two bodies were thrown in there, and she had no other option but to kick it out to Okoro. And she quickly just went to drive it in, and you could see the miscommunication on defense on the Interclub side caught them off guard, and she was able to finish off that layup. That was actually some very good play in there by Okoro, and her scoring production was needed, especially in cutting the deficit. But they didn't win the game overall. But anyway, you could see they're just doing their thing in there, and you could also see the pressure that KPO are just putting, especially in the third, picking the Interclub team up full court and having them just be uncomfortable. And this is something that Interclub were very good at. Even with this near turnover, they're able to get it to number 6, and she was able to knock down that 3 ball, which is one thing that KPA really struggled to do, and they were able to knock down that 3 and really hurt them a lot. Okoro had their leading scorer in there, just ISOs every time, and she's the only one in the offense that has free reign to deal with the ball. But you can see quick 1-2 action with Belinda. No other player got the ball in there, although they stretched out. And Natalie just waiting there at the wing. I don't know. She doesn't shoot pretty well, especially when it comes to the baseline shot. But hey, I mean, of course, she's that player. She was able to get in there, and you could see from a split second, you could see the window just opened as number 9 turned her back in there at Belinda, and that cutting action and not wanting to leave their player, they just had to settle with Okoro just going in there and just scoring, and it was actually pretty good. And you could see KPA were just trying to get back into their own. Belinda got it. Natalie with the ball driving in. I mean, that's just a bad shot by Belinda. She wasn't able to even set up pretty well. You could see they're just trying to rush in that offense just because of the closeout. Should have at least faked it and put it on the ball, put it on the ground a bit, and try to reset. But anyway, it is what it is. Number 6, she has the ball, and some highlight cheese in there. You can see slowly between the legs action again for 3. No good. But those passes, I mean, these passes are the worst. KPA just has to stop with these passes. Honestly, look at this pass. This is the type of pass that they would make in Nyayo, and they will make a quick transition basket, but it doesn't work in Continental basketball because you could see you're clearly not seeing the person who's in front, because where the ball was cast, it was cast in no man's land, and where the player was, she couldn't able to get it, and it was a quick turnover. And Interclub noticing that, took advantage of that. Tried the 3 in there, but it couldn't work. Natalie still has the ball, and those long passes, man, those long passes really just make me roll my eyes. But you could see the sharp passing here. You could see KPA had some numbers in there, and Belinda, even through traffic, she was able to get that ball in, and it was actually pretty good in there. And again, you can see the pressure continued, and it was just Inter club just trying to show that they need to put their lead on, but you could see Okoro again just sliding in there. I mean, just taking it up on her own, and she just just did her thing in there, and it was actually pretty good to see. But honestly, if the KPA Dockers don't find a way to play team ball and not have her like play the ball alone, they can look at least not predictable. But anyway, sometimes you just have to be James Harden or Kobe for the team. And Mima, still from the three, she couldn't knock it down. Literally, she has not been able to knock down the three in there, and she's just off to a poor start. And it's just a rebound for Inter Club. That pass, they turned it over. Mima with the steal, and you could see the lack of confidence, especially when taking it in. You could see it was easy for Okoro to like get that ball in and be able to like get that quick layup, but you could see her confidence just shot because she stopped. You thought that she was going to shoot the ball, but she didn't. She opted to pass it because that's just mental. You could just see the player just shot in there, and she just didn't know what to do in the end. It was just a quick three by Inter Club. Number 6 just lighting it up, and she's just having fun in there. I mean, it's just an onslaught at that point. I mean, that three just went in beautifully. Whereas we have a player in there that's not even taking the shot off and just passing a wide open layup. Honestly, that's just sad. I mean, I remember I was watching this game. It was really shocking. It was just very shocking. But anyway, it is what it is. So KPA Continental Ball, I mean, it's just funny. So hopefully everything just turns out well this year. But you can see at least Mima, she knocked down that shot from the other side. So this is actually a pretty good thing. And consistency is key, but honestly on her side it wasn't. It's a club again just playing. You could just see like everyone just stood still, like there's no movement, and the rule of walk. But anyway, KPA, I mean, it could just go on and on, but anyway, Inter Club in there, that defense not looking good at all. They have that rebound in there, they reset the clock in there, but it was almost a turnover, but no. Another 3-ball coming up. You could just see the quick recovery that this team just had, even from like near almost losing that possession. They're able to recover from it, and the 3-ball just get knocked down, and honestly just the onslaught just kept continuing. and the funny thing is you can just see KP just casually jogging with the ball in there, and honestly just it's just funny. Even this ball, we're just flat-footed in there. Look, Belinda, not quick. It's a split second, and the ball just goes in. And when the ball just goes in, you just cannot defend others. Other shots you just can't defend like that. And it became an and one play. Even from a closer look, you could see just being flat-footed in there, and a foul, and an and one. And Inter Club have just been dominating in there. Another 3-ball coming up. Okay. KPA couldn't even match those threes. Okoro shows their main scorer. But unfortunately, I mean, Mima again, short checking again. Inter Club have numbers in there, and number 6 just tears it, just towards the new one. I mean, look at that pass. These are the most accurate passes you could see, not the ones that KP are throwing. You could see you're throwing to someone who's already there. Even if the first chick couldn't catch it, the number 6 caught it, and she was able to convert with it. And you could just see like the chemistry that's there, something that KP doesn't have, because you're just playing like a one-man. It's just like a one-man exhibition show. And honestly, look at that pass. I mean, in between the legs, tried to work on Becky, and that pass led to that 3, another 3. Those threes were just kept piling up for KP. For Inter Club, and KP just couldn't even match any. It was just a 3-point barrage in there, and honestly, that's an offensive rebound in there. And Okoro, if she can't score, that's it. I mean, I don't know what game plan KP are using. If they can't use Okoro to score, like, there's nothing else they're doing. It was just Okoro the whole time. And this is what happens when you play 1 versus 5 and 5 versus 5. Look, after the Okoro miss, right? After she missed it, Inter Club grabbed the ball, swinged it everywhere, and threaded the needle over on top of KP's defense. As KP are just too lazy to even turn their backs to see that ball where it's going, and quick 2 points. See, casually jogging. It's like they're behaving as if they're on the lead. Yeah, it's one thing to the funny thing is, one thing to act as if, oh my god, that fake was just legendary. Oh, where are you going? Shoot it, and it went in. KP just couldn't match those threes. It's one thing to play 1 versus 5 and 5 versus 5, and we got taught a lesson of you have to learn how to play 5 versus 5. Honestly, KPA, I mean, if Madila isn't there to for that rebound, and at least Mima knocked down that 3, but it's a shot that she's been struggling with all through the game. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. She's been really struggling to knock down that 3 ball, and it is not be coming down for her. But the 3-point barrage that the Inter Club team had was just a lot. So Mima on transition, pretty good. She was able to knock down that. And majority of our points she's been able to score in that fashion, and especially when she's being given the ball and she's taking it to the rack without the defense setting up. She's able to do that, and also knocking down the occasional 3. She's not an ISOing like the way Okoro is, because I feel like this game they just decided to just put Okoro there just to ISO a lot. But that 3, I mean, that 3 that she scored was actually pretty good. That's actually pretty essential. But they were down 30 at that point, and honestly, they needed every point they can get. Mima in there, and she scored it. Just to run down and just to end the third quarter, man. I mean, just looking at this film and just looking back at the stat sheet, how it looked like at the time in real time, there's just so many things that you can see and also just have the stats on you that you just see that it's so glaring, like the fact that playing as a team is not a priority for KP at that point, as they're just depending on the personality of people to like take them to the win, which yielded them that result. Out of a total of 7 games that KP played in the Africa Women's Cup, they were only able to win 3. And this is the first game that, even with this film, this is the first game that they played, and they lost with about either 15 or 17 points. And it wasn't a good coming out party, especially for any KPA fan or any person who's rooting for KPA, because if you look at the way they played like they didn't want to be there at all. But anyway, I'll be coming up with a video just to follow up the fourth quarter. And yeah, so if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments. And I'm out. Peace.